Hello, everybody. My name is Travis, Big Sib's chess tutor, and today we're going to be learning about a concept in chess known as clearance. Clearance describes when you move one of your pieces, usually with tempo, such that it clears a rank, file, diagonal, or square for a follow-up tactical idea. Let me show you what I mean by that. In this position, it's white to move. And the first thing I notice is that we have a powerful battery here on the H file with both our rooks and our queen. And if we could teleport our queen from H2 to H7, we would have checkmate. Unfortunately, we have one of our own rooks in the way.
Wow.
So your first instinct might be to move our rook out of the way. So if we play a move like rook to D3, we can say, okay, next move, we'll play queen to H7, checkmate. Unfortunately, this is a little bit too slow.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because black can respond by playing a move like rook to E8, which gives black's king some room to run. So now if we play queen to H7, black can play king to F8, and now white doesn't have any follow-up tactics here. So rather than playing the slow rook to D3, we should instead play a rook move with tempo, with check. And the only rook move here with check is rook to H8. And even though that H8 square is being covered 3 times over, that doesn't matter because the point is not to deliver some devastating check as much as it is to simply get our rook out of the way. So now, no matter what piece black recaptures with, let's say the bishop, we can play queen to H7, checkmate. The important thing here is that we did not give black any time to give themselves extra space for their king. We cleared the H file for our queen by sacrificing our rook with tempo. And that's the important part, with tempo. Let me show you another example of a clearance sacrifice. In this position, it's also white to move. And the first thing I notice is that both our bishop and queen are eyeing this H7 square. Unfortunately, our bishop's vision is being blocked by our pesky rook.
Wow.
Here we go again.
And so we can't play queen takes H7 checkmate right now because it's not being defended. So your first instinct might be to move this rook out of the way. But if we play a boring rook move, like rook to D5, then black can notice our threat and prevent it by playing a move like pawn to H6, which then blocks our queen's vision of the H7 square. So, just like before, we need to evacuate our rook with check. And the only square that is check for our rook is the D8 square. Just like before, it's being defended 3 times, but that doesn't matter. The only point of this move is to allow our bishop to see the H7 pawn again with tempo. And so black is forced to respond by capturing this rook with one of their 3 pieces. And now we can play queen to H7 with checkmate. We cleared our rook from this important diagonal such that our bishop and queen can work together in order to checkmate the black king.
I got you, homie.
Let me show you just one more example, this one a little more complicated. In this position, it's white to move. And the first thing I notice is that if we play knight to G6, we have a discovered attack on black's queen because we are both checking black's king with our knight and attacking the black queen with our rook. And so if black were to, let's say, take the knight, then we would be able to take the queen. Also, if black tries to remedy both issues at once by playing queen takes G6, then we would have rook to F8, checkmate. So black is forced to capture with the pawn, as that's their only other move. But the keen-eyed amongst you might notice that if we actually do play rook takes F5, then white is getting checkmated because rather than taking back the rook, Black can play rook to e1 instead. And White's only move is to block with rook to f1. And then after Black captures, White is checkmated.
You thought it was over.
So we can't capture this queen immediately. But here's the real genius of our knight to g6 move, because the point was not simply to open the F file for tactical ideas, but it was also to open the fourth rank. The best move in this position is rook to h4 with check. Now, Black's king has nowhere to go, and the only response Black has is queen to h5. And after the queen moves onto the h file, we can then capture it with check. Again, very important that this is with check, because if it weren't, Black would be able to capture a rook on f1 with checkmate. Black's only move in this position, pawn takes h5, and then we can capture the f8 rook with check. Again, very important that it's with check, because otherwise Black would have rook to e1 with a follow-up checkmate. And now after Black's king moves, we have time to defend our own king and say, hey, now we're up a queen for a bishop. We're very happy. So this is the ultimate clearance sacrifice, because in moving our knight, we're able to clear not just the F file, not just the fourth rank, but also the H file, because Black's pawn has to capture our knight. So we were able to open up all of these new tactical ideas with just one move. And that is the true power of the clearance sacrifice. Hopefully you learned a little something about clearance today and are able to implement it in some of your games going forward. Thank you for watching. I'm Travis, Big Sib's chess tutor, and thank you for watching.